Here we are in section 8.5 with the numbers 9 through 11. Doing the solutions to those, notice we're doing graphing the ellipses and finding the foci and 4 points. So we've got to have 4 points and the foci, that's 6 points on each one. All right, number 9. X squared over 9 plus y squared over 25 equals 1. We can first identify that it is an ellipse because both of these are positive. So when we stick in 0 over here and this guy goes away, we get y squared over 25 equals 1. Y has to be 5 and negative 5. So if x is 0, we get y is 5 and y is negative 5. So that's important right there, that we have point 0, 5 and 0, negative 5. All right. So, but they're both positive, which means, well, when we stick in 0 for the y's, x squared over 9 equals 1. We get x is 3 and negative 3. So 3, 0 and negative 3, 0. And this is how you can tell that we have an ellipse. Number one, when we stick in the zeros, the things that eliminate the top of one of them, notice that we get real answers for both of them. We get a 5 and a negative 5 and a 3 and a negative 3, which means that it's a circle, but it has been squished. There we go, close enough. There we go. Okay, so that's good. We got our 4 points. Got it. Done. Now we have to find the foci. Now the foci are on the major axis and are going to be, let's do it in a different color, somewhere up here and somewhere down there. Now if you remember the instruction, the distance from the minor axis up to the foci, and then this line and that line, they're a right triangle where this distance is the exact same as the major semi-axis. So this length was 5 and this is 3. So here's our length to our foci. I'm going to call it F. Right triangle, 3 squared plus F squared equals 5 squared. That's 9 plus f squared equals 25. Subtract it and we get f squared equals 16. F is plus or minus 4. And indeed, up 4 you get one of them and down 4 you get the other one. So the foci are 0, 4 and 0, negative 4. Oh, I should definitely put the other parenthesis on there. And there we have it. Good. I like it. I like it. Now let's do the second one, number 10. So this is going to, you can tell this is like x squared over 289, y squared over 225, but it got moved. It got moved 1 to the right, so 1 over, and 5 up. Just like circles do, there's the center, 1, 5. So everything goes off of 1 up 5, that guy right there. So I'm going to write him up here for reference. He's actually not part of the graph, but that helps. When we stick in 1 here, you'll notice how far up and down we have to go on the y's. So ignore the 1 and the 5 now, because we know that that is the center of our circle. Everything that we do will be moved up that much. So if we eliminate the x's, the y's have to be, well, y squared over 225 is equal to 1. What's the square root of 225 is 15. So the y's have to go up 15. Oop, that's a 1 and a 20. And then down 15. 1, 5 minus 15 is a negative 10. So 1 up 15 and down 15. There we go. And those are the 2 points there. Now on the x, how far do we go? If we eliminate this guy, square root of 289. That turns out to be 17. So we've got to go on the x's down 17, so that's negative 16, 5 from this point right here. Remember that right there is our center. And then up 17, so that's 18, 5. So we go up 17, looks like it's about there, and back 17, about there. And you'll notice it's almost a circle, but it's squished just a little bit. The x squareds and the y squareds have different values in front of them. It doesn't turn out to be exactly equal. So there are 4 points, and now let's find the foci. They will be along the x-axis. Oh, yeah, maybe not that far. Maybe that far and that far. All right, so remember this distance right here is the same as that semi-major axis, which we found out was 17. And this guy right here is the minor axis, semi-minor axis, and that's 15. So this F is going to be a right triangle with this. So F squared plus 15 squared equals 17 squared. And we get F squared plus 225. Oh, look, there's the number, 225 equals 289. Subtract 225 and we get F squared equals 64. So F equals plus or minus 8. And so it's up 8 here. Let's do that. Go up 8, that's 9,5. And down 8, that'd be negative 7,5. And these are the foci. Excellent. Good deal. Let's clear this off so we have enough room for number 11. All right, with number 11, again, we can tell from the very beginning that it's going to be an ellipse because notice that the y squared and the x squared are both positive, but they have different coefficients, which means they're squished differently, and so it's a circle that gets squished. All right, we have a problem. This is not in the perfect form, so we've got to get it in the perfect form, and hopefully we made a problem that will come out nice. So factor out a 49 here, and we get x squared minus, now when you take a 49 out of 294, you get 6x. Leave a space to complete the square. Plus 625. This will be y squared plus, take 625 out of 2,500 and you're left with a 4. Leave a space equals 27,684. Oh my word. That's a big number. Okay, hopefully it works. All right, try to make this into a perfect square because if it's a perfect square, we can do it. Half of 6 is 3, squared is 9. We added 9 to this side, but it's really we added a 49 times a 9. So we have to add here 441. That's 49 times 9. That's how much we actually added to the left-hand side of the equation. So we have to make sure and add that to the right side of the equation. Same thing will happen here. Half of 4 is 2, squared is 4. So to make that a perfect square, we add 4 there, which was really adding 625 times 4 is 2,500. So we actually have a 2,500 over there. So let's write it out one more time. We now have 49 times x minus 3 squared plus 625 times y plus 2 squared equals, and we need our handy dandy calculator. So there we have what's on the right hand side, 27,684 plus 441 plus 2,500. So we actually get 30,625. Good. Now, standard form, we got to get it equal to 1. So we have to divide by 30625, divide by 30625. And if there's any justice in the world, these will come out to be nice numbers. Let's see if they do. Take 30,625 divided by 625, and that equals 49 indeed. So we have x minus 3 squared over, this will cancel and leave 625 on the bottom, plus y plus 2 squared over 625 will cancel and leave the 49 on the bottom. They don't always switch places, but usually in making one of these up, whoever made it up will probably get them to work out nice. Equals 1. Now, that was a lot of work, but we have it into its standard form. So we can see that, oh, the center is going to be 3, negative 2. Now, that's not actually part of it, but I'm going to circle that guy. That is, oh, let's put these little things around it as well. 3, negative 2 is our center. So again, the x along the major axis here, the x-axis goes up 25 and down 25. So if you go up 25 from there, you're at 28, negative 2. And you go down 25 and you're at negative 22, negative 2. So 3, negative 2, these are going to have to be kind of small because it's going to be out their ways. So 28, negative 2, we're way out there. and negative 25, negative 2 is way out there again like that. Now on the y's, if you ignore the negative 3 and the 2, like this, let's cancel those guys out. So we've already taken care of that's going to be our center. So if the x's are 0, then the y's would have to be 7 and negative 7. So that would be 3, go up 7 gives you 5, and go down 7, 3 gives you a negative 9. So 3, 5, and 3, negative 9. And here's our really long, skinny ellipse. Oh, I missed the bottom guy there. Hate it when I do that. There we go. All right, so let's find the foci. Foci are along the major axis, so they look like they'll be out here somewhere, out here somewhere. So let's remember how to do it. The distance from the foci up to that minor semi-axis, that distance is our major axis, 25, and that's a 7. And so how far the foci are out really is a question mark. Let's put an F there. So F squared plus 7 squared equals 25 squared. Good. This is F squared plus 49 equals 625. Subtract 49 from both sides and we get F squared equals 576. Square root that and F is going to equal plus or minus 24. And indeed, go back 24 and from the center point along the x-axis, and you get negative 21, negative 2. And this focus up there, go up 21, 24, go up 24 from 3, and you get 27, negative 2. So that's almost actually just one space in between there, a very long, thin ellipse. Excellent.